Most collectors think grading just takes forever. They send their cards in, wait months, and hope everything comes back eventually. But the truth is, if you understand how the grading companies actually work behind the scenes, there are ways to get your cards graded significantly faster. Not by paying the most expensive service level, not by guessing, but by submitting your cards the right way from the start. If you're new here, my name is Eric Michael. I've been buying and selling sports cars since 2015, and since 2020, I've helped thousands of people learn how to do the same. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how experienced collectors and dealers get their cards graded faster than everyone else. And if you want the full step-by-step checklist of everything I'm about to cover, I put a free PDF down below in the description that you can download and reference. Let's get into it. Number one, avoid bulk submitters. So what a bulk submitter is, it could be your card shop, it could be someone online that gets in a bunch of cards and then sends them for grading. What happens is a grading order from these guys might be 100, 200, 300 cards. And it just takes longer to process that rather than just sending it in yourself. So I'm always a fan of doing it yourself, picking a day, Friday at 2 p.m. if that's when you're free, and consistently sending cards in for grading, because your 8-card grading order is going to get processed faster than the 200 card grading order from the big card shop in the middle of the city, right? That's number one. Number two, submitting at the right time of the year. So PSA gets huge spikes in demand at certain times of the year. One, the National Card Show, because they set up at the card show and people wait all year to send their cards in for grading. Then, because you could actually drop them off at the physical card show and people are scared to ship their beloved cards to PSA. So they get a massive influx. I've realized that from doing cards around the time of the National Card Show, they do take a little bit longer. And also when new product releases, they also get slammed. But the main one is the National Card Show. They get absolutely bombarded. That's number two. Number three, this is a simple one, and I hope none of you guys do this wrong, but filling out the submission forms correctly. PSA does a great job on their website of walking you through step by step exactly how to do everything. And if you screw something up and confuse them, it's going to take much longer for them to process your order. So be diligent, be careful, do everything correctly. Number four is dropping your cards off at major card shows so it gets in their hands right away. So the National Card Show, there's a massive influx of demand. I'd probably avoid doing that. And they sometimes at the National Card Show, they'll actually start upping their price to get it back at the card show. Because I'm a fan of getting my cards back, right then and there. Obviously, aren't we all? But going to other major card shows like the West Coast Card Show or Dallas, PSA can be set up sometimes. At these card shows, if you drop it off in person, it's much faster because it gets processed right away as opposed to going to their mail room. Because what happens a lot of the time is when you send in at the lowest end service level value, you sent in 30 cards, it sits in their mail room for, it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, maybe even more before it even gets processed in their business days, whether it's 65 or 95 business days. That timer doesn't start until they actually pull your cards out of the mailroom. And sometimes they'll sit in that mailroom for a few weeks. So by actually dropping your cards off at a card show and giving it to them physically, you avoid that. That's number four. Number five, smaller orders process much faster. Kind of going along with bulk submitters, sending your cards in on a weekly basis, like I choose every Friday at 2 p.m. Your cards go in as opposed to waiting a month and then sending in 90 cards at once. One, you're just going to get your cards back faster and create a better income stream if you're doing it consistently, because then you have cards coming back consistently. And number two, a order that's smaller takes less time to process most of the time. This is not always true because there is some randomness. I've seen big orders come back and much faster than I thought. I've seen small orders come back and much longer than I thought. There's a randomness to it that you can't control because you're not the ones grading the cards at PSA. But smaller orders tend to come back faster. Number six, this is one I learned when I first got into sports cards. So when you put cards in a case, right? There's two types of cases. There's ones called one touch. The one touch ones are the little magnet ones that kind of clap together. I'll put a picture up here of it. And then another one is called a card saver, where it kind of slides in. PSA, supposedly, from what I've heard and from speaking to a few PSA graders, they like card savers better. And the ones they like the most, apparently, this is just what I've heard, is Ultra Pros on Amazon. So Ultra Pros, but you can find them on Amazon. So go on Amazon, buy Ultra Pros. They're really easy to put in. The card goes in a penny sleeve and then goes into the Ultra Pro. It slides in. So don't use one touches, especially one touches. I've seen myself, and also I've heard from other people that you do get damage to the mail easier because the card does move around a little bit more. So that's number 6. And number 7, this is the best possible trick you can use. This is a sneaky one. I call it the barcode trick. So let's say you're sending in 20 cards, value bulk, right? That's the lowest end service level. That's about $20 while I'm speaking right now. The problem is a lot of the time it's going to go to PSA. The card's going to sit in their mailroom for, a few weeks, maybe a month. And then because they don't prioritize it, because you're not as high of a paying as a customer, someone who sends in a $300 service level, they just don't prioritize you. That's just the way business works, right? Higher end clients get prioritized. So the way around it is if you send in 20 cards, pull out the most expensive card and change it into 2 grading orders. So 19 cards are with the value bulk, right? And you have 1 card with the $75 service level. And that card with the $75 service level, you take the barcode from that order and put it on the outside. So they're going to prioritize your package in the mailroom faster because they're going to see that barcode, because I think they walk around the mailroom kind of scanning the barcodes, and they're going to see, oh wait, we should prioritize this because this is a higher end card. They pull your package out of the mailroom, and then when they open up your package, you have 1 card with that $75 service level. Then you have another package inside of your package with the barcode outside of that on the package inside the package, if that makes sense, with the other 19 cards. So what I'm trying to say here, just to make it very crystal clear, because I obviously can't have an example because I'm in the studio right now, you have 20 cards. 1 card used the $75 service level, and you take the barcode from that grading order, you put it on the outside of the total package. The other grading order, because now you have 2 grading orders, the 19 cards with the value bulk, that's the cheaper stuff, and there's 2 packages inside your total package, and the barcode just goes inside the package for the 19 cards, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. You're kind of tricking PSA into picking up your cards faster outside of the mailroom, and I have seen that get crazy results. They'll pick up your package and process it within a few days of getting it as opposed to a month. It helps out a lot. So that's 7 different tricks on how to get your cards back faster from PSA. Hopefully that makes sense. There's a free PDF down below in the description outlining this step by step. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.